Alright, here we go again with the Buffalo. Where I'm up to now, I've more or less finished all the main construction. What I've done, I've sprayed most of the engine and parts of the wings and leading edges with silver and metallic. And what you can see, the little purple blobs are little blobs of mascot that I'll leave on. I'll now paint it in its final colours. When all that's done, I'll give it a rub, and hopefully the mascot will take off the colour above and give the effect of chipped paint. He says it's also, as you can see, I pre-shaded it. As I've said before, I really want this to look like a proper beat up aircraft operating in an environment where it was difficult to maintain and keep them, pristine apart from mechanical and just keeping them in the air. They wouldn't be too fussed about repainting any bits and bobs. So what I've also done, as you can probably see from this, I've added a seat cushion to the armour plate behind the pilot. I've made a little gun sight to sit on the front of his combing. And after I'd done that, I did realise I've got a set of resin gun sights knocking about somewhere, but no, there you are, it's on there, it'll do. I put the struts from the back of the armour plate on. I've added those on. I've stuffed the wheel wells with blue tack so A, I can paint them, and B, it actually acts as a nice little support there. I'm also using wobble wobble wobble. Yesterday I picked up a thing called a selfie stick. It's an extendable pole with a rig on the end to hold your phone, so you can actually hold it out above you and take selfies. What I've done with it, you can take the part that holds the camera off, and I've got it connected up to my helping hand, so it's holding the camera nice and steady, a nice base, and I can make these videos without it wobbling all over the shop too much, he says. I'll turn that on there. Probably get a better view of the bottom. We'll have to fly it into the air. Focus, 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 there we go. Now you may have noticed that the engine cowling is on, but the engine itself is over here. Now what I've done, I've stuck that cowling on very lightly with just some white glue, so I can paint the whole cowling section, pop it off, put the engine and propeller back in, and then stick it back on for good. I've also done, I've drilled out the gun ports, which was quite a tricky fit. The ones on the cowling were quite tricky to get lined up. They're not 100% lined up, but anywho, the pilot's not fixed in, that's why he's now throwing up over the side of this plane. And what I'll do is I'll get him in and get some tape around there over his shoulder so it looks like he's connected to the plane. What else? The vac form canopies I've cut to shape. I've fluffed it. I made it a little bit too short when I was trimming the back edge. Well, hopefully I can fudge that by moving this main canopy piece actually backwards a little bit, he says. So really on this, my next job is to get that on properly, get it fixed on. As you can see, there's the front canopy in that rear section is supposed to actually get the front canopy is supposed to go over this rear part. I mean, as you can see, I've fluffed it a little bit. Hopefully a little fettling and a little creative filling and out bodgery should sort that out. So yeah, that's the next job really to do on this. Get that on, get the pilot in properly, get the interior finished painted, get that canopy painted, then fully masked over, and then the fun part begins. I can start the camouflage colours. So there we are, that's where we're up to on this one. So I'm just going to sign off.